Well, to start with, this is a 61 K10. It's a half-ton long bed fleet side Chevy. Four-wheel drive, factory four-wheel drive, not a NAPCO truck. Take a quick walk around here. It actually doesn't have very many miles on it. I just threw this bed on here to get it out of my way temporarily. Anyways, it spent most of its recent years in a local lumber yard. It probably never went very fast. Used to have a flatbed on it, wooden flatbed. I took that off a long time ago. And anyways, it did run and drive. This is a 235 straight six. Very simple, very reliable engine, 1-barrel carb, Rochester. And then I hate points because they always seem to get wet or need adjusting or need filing or they get stuck shut or whatever. So I always put an HEI distributor in it. So this is from Summit Racing. I think it's for 1949 to 1962, 6 cylinders, except I don't think I ever had it oriented in the right direction. Now this may be hard to see, but there's a little pointer on that bell housing and there's a hole, which is very handy because you can see on the flywheel there's a little triangle symbol. And that pointer will line up with that triangle twice, once on compression and once on exhaust. So I had taken out this spark plug before. This is the number 1, of course. So I can get this distributor oriented correctly. And I put my thumb over this. I'm not even like putting it over it like very hard, it's just on there. And this motor's loose enough that I can turn the flywheel. And I know it's on a compression stroke when the air starts to hiss past my finger. And it'll be very obvious to you. That way you know it's on compression. And you need to start watching the flywheel at that point for either a BB, so like an actual little split shot BB will be stuck in the flywheel, or it'll have a little triangle symbol like this or something like that. And so you just want to keep slowly going until you line up like this. And then at that point, your next job is to decide where number 1 is. Right now, we don't know, but it's a decision we can make as soon as we set this distributor in. Okay, so one of the things you're supposed to do, I'm gonna get this cap out of my way because it's always in my way. Actually, I'm gonna take all the wires off it. Oh my God. That's better. I don't think I've ever fired this before in this, so it's pretty clean inside there. Now, I'm going to pull this up and out of here. Okay. Now, I was just reading that there's a very critical measurement. My tape measure. There it is. It says from the collar, I think to the bottom of this drive gear. I just want to look at this real quick. Just a tiny bit of metal on there. Just a little concerned about that, but anyways. I want this to be set a little bit more than 2.5 inches. That's what Summit Racing says, and it looks like it probably was there, and I think it's to the bottom of this drive gear here, to like this. I think that's where it was. I probably moved it. Kind of feel like putting some oil on these O-rings. Why not? Beautiful. So there that is. Okay, so it's showtime. I've tightened down my collar here. I verified the measurement 2.5 inches, even though I don't think this really matters because there is this O-ring on that groove, and I think it's always going to stop at this little inset flange, but whatever. We've done our due diligence. Let's slip this over to here, and I'm really just paying attention to where that canister is. And I want one to be in this region. Went too far. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to spin this rotor just back another tooth. And that's beautiful. Now I'm going to tighten that down. All right, that's into place. This has 4 screws, spring-loaded, that you need to turn and get the little L underneath the cap. You'll know when they're in there, and if they feel funny, they're not in there yet. Now I'm going to take my 1/2 inch wrench. I'm going to just tighten this nut up a bit down here that I cannot see. Let's put that one on. What am I doing? You should have said something. Here's my spark plug. These were brand new 10 years ago when I started all this. And then, you know, the truck never started because I never had the distributor in correctly. And then life got in the way, and then the truck turned into one of those vehicles that doesn't run or move on its own power. So then I was pushing it around, which is just terrible because then you're just like wrecking the thing, kind of. Just gonna do this real quick and borrow my hand. Okay. Good. You should always hear a click when you put those on. Same thing with a cap. You should always hear a click. I'm kind of out to lunch whether this thing, does this really fit in this truck? I don't know. I mean, I guess technically it does, but there's one. Yay. Now we can do the rest because we know what's up. Alrighty. So, since we marked on the distributor where number 1 was, which is, I already forgot. Oh, it's right here. I guess I just follow it. Then the firing order is 1, sorry, I got lost there for a minute. 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4. Clockwise. And I've hooked up my remote start switch. So I've got one on my purple lead for start, and then I've got one on my juice. 99 Projects, he called this the I don't have any friends switch, which I still enjoy very much. Great joke. And now we just need to look at Mr. Carburetor. And I started taking off this aftermarket thingy with a screw, and I couldn't understand why it wasn't coming loose. Then I remembered that it's just a press fit thingy. Just gotta sits on there like that. Oh. Yeah. And this was the first carburetor I ever rebuilt. It didn't come out too bad, but I don't think any gas has ever been present inside of this as a result of my work. This, I don't know about this cable either. And that doesn't go open more. Yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. Then I Okay, just hold there. Okay, good. Hold on one second. Okay, I took my my little mustard bottle of gas and dumped a little in there, just enough to bark this thing off, if it will bark off. So let's jump in here real quick and turn the key on. And the smell inside here is like, ooh, 1,000 dead mice. I took out the instrument panel to use in my other truck, which is why it's gone. We are in neutral. Got the wheel chalked. Presumably nothing should happen. Let's do a little bark. And 3, 2, fun. I guess I won't stand in front of the truck. Try it again. Look at that. This is the first time it's ran in like, gosh, I mean, it must be 12 or 15 years. Let's give it some more go juice. But I think I'm gonna have to tear this carburetor apart because I'm 99% sure I put it together wrong, because I put everything together wrong. And that's how you know I really like this hobby, because there's such little success involved for me, but I just am too dumb to stop doing it. Little gas for everyone and everything. Let's do it again. I mean, I think I just need to pull the top off that carb now and see what's going on in there. Let's do that. Time for some fake espresso. Well, here's what you guys missed in between fiddling around with the carb and it running off of gas for the first time ever, that I'm not pouring down the throat of the carb. Seems like a floats got stuck. Gas blew everywhere. I took the top off the carb. The gasket was ripped. I tapped around on things. The needle was free, so I just put it all back together again. And I had one of the linkages on backwards. Well, there's not much linkage, so, but you know, if there's something to put on backwards, I'll put it on backwards. Anyways, I was gonna jump in here, and since I have so many tools that I just brought out of the garage and walked over here, I thought I'll just drive over to the garage and put all my tools away. But then I was like a dead Dodge garage moment where I was like, oh, there's no clutch. And then I was like, how about brakes, which is ridiculous. And the brakes also like just, and so anyways, whatever. Moving on. I don't know where to, but somewhere. Whew. Well, it's 6 o'clock at night on Saturday. It's time to wrap up. It's too easy to get thinking too hard. All I gotta do here is get these old lights turned off. I gotta work on this silly thing. Oh, I forgot my drink somewhere. Here it is. LaCroix, Pamplemousse. The only good flavor. Just kidding. All right, my LED lights are getting plugged in. Hopefully they won't catch on fire. Got my one battery plugged in into the tender. That's it. Good day's work.